On a Friday night, Jennifer is one of the last people to leave the office. She's planning to fly to New York for the long weekend to see her ex-fiancé for Valentine's Day, so she sends him an email. She doesn't want to be late for her flight, so she grabs some candy and rushes out of the office. Guy is also getting ready to leave work at the same time. They find themselves waiting for the elevator at the same time. Jennifer ascends to the 49th floor, while he descends to the 42nd. Guy begins chatting and joking with her right away. She responds, but does not appear to be interested in engaging in conversation. When the elevator abruptly stops, Guy shows her an etching on the wall. He tries the keys and the alarm button, but nothing works, despite the fact that the elevator's power appears to be still on. Guy tries to open the door, but it also does not work. They try waving to the fully operational camera, but no one answers their calls. To make matters worse, because they are 4 stories underground, none of their phones have service. Jennifer is concerned that she will miss her flight, because she is unaware of the location of the building's security. They try calling for help and banging on the door 15 minutes later, but no one can hear them. Guy suspects an escape hatch, so she awkwardly climbs on his shoulders and they inspect the elevator ceiling. He puts her down because she hurt her hand a little by banging on it. 1 hour later, Jennifer realizes she won't make her flight, and despite Guy's attempts to lighten the mood, she curses everything and everyone out. They finally introduce themselves and continue the banter that Guy began the moment he stepped onto the elevator. Guy offers Jennifer his bottle because she doesn't have any water in her thermos, but they joke that they should open the wine he had on him instead. They both laugh as they realize they have bottle openers in their bags. They don't crack open the wine, but she accepts his water. Jennifer gives Guy some of the candy as a consolation prize for not having any actual food. She believes they should save their rations because they may be stuck in the elevator until Tuesday. Jennifer needs to pee 4 hours later and desperately tries to hold it in because she is too embarrassed to do so in front of Guy. Guy suggests she relieve herself in her thermos after telling her to go in the corner over his coat. She makes him close his eyes and put his hands over his ears. Guy starts singing as well, and she finally pees. She then continues to add to the drawing on the elevator wall. Later, they play a game and start talking about more personal matters. Guy tells her that no one will be looking for him because he is too preoccupied with his job. Jennifer claims to be the same. She tells him she wanted to surprise someone in New York, but he probably didn't want her to come at all. Guy decides it's about time they opened the wine and handed it to her. They raise a glass to not being dead yet. Much later, they are keeping themselves entertained by drawing each other and getting closer. Guy admits that he'd seen her in the office building before, but didn't tell her because he didn't want to sound like a stalker and make her feel uncomfortable. She doesn't take it as badly as he expected. In fact, she laughs about it. They complete their drawings and show them to one another. Her portrait of him is more light-hearted, whereas his is more serious. Jennifer apologizes and takes a picture of the drawing, saying she'll use it as her profile picture if they make it. They then discuss food, and because they are both hungry, she asks Guy to change the subject. He goes through a list of things, and she chooses to talk about making love, gets up, and turns her camera on him, asking about the dirtiest place he's ever made love. Guy is shy, so she tells her story first. Jennifer tells him about one of her ex-boyfriends from college, and how they slept together in a library one night. When it's Guy's turn, he still doesn't want to tell his story because he doesn't think it's interesting. Jennifer instructs him to make one up. Guy tells a story about a hot girl who wanted to accompany him to a work picnic. He claims that they got drunk, got in the car, and she started undressing while he was driving. Guy becomes strange and uncomfortable once more, telling Jennifer that he became aroused and had to stop. He apologizes because he believes he has crossed a line, but she says it's fine. Guy approaches her awkwardly, kisses her, and then starts undressing her. They kiss in the elevator. Guy then tells her that he might fall in love with her, but she runs away from him. Jennifer informs him that she wishes to rekindle her relationship with her ex. That was why she wanted to go to New York and surprise him, to mend fences and make things right. Unlike Guy, she believes that, while their encounter was enjoyable, they should keep it casual because her relationship with her ex is genuine. Jennifer is open and honest with him about her feelings and her previous relationship. Guy, on the other hand, believes they clicked and that her ex does not deserve her. She becomes enraged because she clearly still loves him and tells Guy that when they exit the elevator, they will simply return to their separate lives. Guy continues to insist that they were meant to be together, and he begins to cry because he feels alienated despite the fact that they are both locked in a box together. Something in him suddenly flips, and Jennifer feels it. Guy begins to reveal the truth about himself to her. He lied to her about where he worked as well as his name. The man informs her that he did not just notice her, but that he saw her every day at work. He pulls out his phone and shows Jennifer security photos he has of her, listing the times and dates when they were taken. He even has video of her entering the elevator that night. Jennifer is terrified. He informs her that he is the building's security guard and becomes enraged when she points out that no one ever notices people like him. Despite the fact that he works at the front desk, she didn't recognize him. He believes he knows her better than her ex and tells her that everything that happened that night was planned by him. The man pulls out a key and opens the elevator door. Jennifer can't believe what he did to her and threatens to call the cops and lock him up. He doesn't like it, so he grabs her and they start fighting. Jennifer breaks the elevator key while flailing her legs during the fight. They fight some more, and she knocks him out with her shoe. Jennifer is afraid she killed him, so she approaches him to check, but he jumps up and knocks her down. They are both unconscious in the elevator. Jennifer awakens after a while to find the man awake. She questions him on why he did it. His reasoning was that he needed to get her away from everything so they could connect on a human level. He claims that they didn't just have a date, but an entire relationship while stuck in the elevator over the weekend. Jennifer believes he will not get away with it because someone will come to get them. Unfortunately, she discovers that the guy has taken all of the shifts for that weekend, and the two other guards will not be arriving until the long weekend ends on Tuesday. Jennifer asks what he intends to do, and he replies that he would rather kill her than return to prison. He claims he never forced her to do anything, but Jennifer claims he kidnapped her. This sets him off on a rage spree. When he has calmed down, he opens the gift Jennifer had purchased for her ex-fiancé. In the bag, he discovers a shirt and a box. The man puts on the shirt and instructs Jennifer to open the remaining gifts. Jennifer opens the box to reveal cigars and the necessary tools, such as cigar scissors and a lighter. He lights a cigar and taunts Jennifer even more, claiming that with all the nice gifts, she could have gotten her ex back. In an ironic twist, he wishes her a happy Valentine's Day. Later, the guy apologizes to Jennifer for frightening her and asks if they can reconcile. He asks for another chance and tells her she doesn't have to respond right away, but she should think about it. The man comments on the travel advertisement that is playing in the elevator, stating that the people in the video appear to be happy together. He promises Jennifer that he will take her to the resort advertised in the ad one day. He's bothered by the broken neon light in the elevator, so he smashes it with Jennifer's thermos. The guy realizes that the light bulbs beneath the ceiling panels need to be replaced at some point. He believes he can remove the panel and exit the elevator from there. Jennifer stands up next to him as he breaks it open with the thermos. He begs Jennifer for assistance in getting up there, promising to return for her. Jennifer, on the other hand, believes it would be easier if he gave her a boost because she lacks the necessary strength. He doubts she'll want to come back for him, and he suspects she'll call the cops. Jennifer tells him everything he needs to know and persuades him to give her the boost. She climbs onto his shoulders and exits the elevator. The guy tells her where the ladder and the door are, relieved that they have finally escaped. Jennifer turns around and gives him the middle finger, which irritates him. He finds a way out of the elevator as she climbs the ladder. The man binds two pieces of clothing and throws them over the elevator beam. Jennifer is already making her way towards the door as he begins to climb up. He warns her that she needs to flee because she's about to die. Jennifer gets close to the door when he already reaches the level she's on and follows her. She opens the door and screams for help. Then he suddenly grabs her and hurls both of them back in the elevator. They both fall unconscious. Jennifer wakes up first and sees the fire sprinklers, conceiving a new plan to get herself out. She tries to activate the fire alarms by lighting a cigar, but when she doesn't manage that, she starts a small fire. As the elevator fills with smoke, the guy wakes up and she punches him, breaking his nose. Jennifer succeeds in restraining him with a piece of clothing. He tells her that the fire alarm won't come on, but that they'll just get soaked and electrocuted. Jennifer threatens to seriously hurt him and makes him confess to everything that he's done to her. She turns her camera on and shoots herself explaining what she knows about what happened. Jennifer turns the camera on him and asks for his real name. He says he's called John Deakins. John confesses that he got them stuck in the elevator on purpose. He even etched the drawing on the wall. That Friday he used the key to stop the elevator while she wasn't looking. Jennifer makes him admit to trapping her in the elevator. John admits to trapping and kidnapping her. She keeps questioning him, so he confesses to the camera everything that he did to her, from hitting her head on the ground to throwing her against the wall. Jennifer asks why and John says that he just wanted a date with her. If he had asked her out normally, she would have turned him down. John tells her who he was before he became a security guard. He was an accountant that worked for a big firm and was a real hotshot. John tells her that the story about the girl in the car was true, but that it ended differently than what he implied. He ended up missing an exit and drove straight into a ravine. The car flipped 7 times until it was stopped by a tree. The girl was dead on impact. John got only 6 months in jail because he had the resources to keep himself out. When he got out, the only job he could get was as a security guard. After a few months, he wanted to be himself again and feel it for a little while. Jennifer still doesn't understand why he chose her. He says that it's because she's great. Monday arrives and they are still trapped. One of the other security guards, Eddie, takes his new girlfriend to the building to show her the roof. When they walk inside, he looks for John, and when he doesn't find him, he checks the security monitors. Eddie sees John and Jennifer are stuck in the elevator, waking them both up. Jennifer begs him to get them out of there. He tells her that he'll come down and get them out, while his girlfriend falls asleep on the couch. Eddie gets to the elevator and pulls the doors open with a crowbar. Jennifer wants to get out, but he tells her that he needs to open the doors completely first and moves away. Suddenly, John knocks her out. He tells Eddie that he's there and he gives John his keys. John tells him that it's not working and Eddie says he'll climb in to help them. He gets stuck in the elevator and sees that something has happened inside when John turns on the elevator and cuts him in half. He knocks Jennifer out again, then takes her to his car and puts her in the trunk. John goes back into the building and disposes of Eddie's body and his clothes. He cleans himself up and puts on his uniform, sliding a cigar into his pocket. When John gets to the front desk, he deletes all of the videos from the security cameras. Eddie's girlfriend wakes up and John kills her too, then drops her in the shaft as well. John gets to his car and takes Jennifer to a secluded location to dispose of her. He pours gasoline into a dumpster to prepare. Before he opens the trunk, John tells Jennifer that he still likes her, and it's unfortunate they couldn't be together. Jennifer pretends that she's dead, and when John goes over to the dumpster, she hits him over the head, gets in the car, and starts driving. At one point she stops when she finds the lit cigar in the tray. Jennifer starts backing up the car and rams into a terrified John. She comes out and sees that he's in the dumpster. Jennifer relights the cigar and walks away, then she flicks the lit bud into the dumpster, burning John alive.